Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to tackle I guess it's called the room. Every room is a different budget challenge. So right now you're seeing me click and generate different budgets for each room. Pretty straightforward. I had the gap be between 2,000 and 20,000 simoleons. I didn't want it to go too low just because I wanted to, use this house. So I kept it at 2,000 so I at least had some furniture in it. But yeah, I built a kind of base house before I got started on this just because I didn't really want to deal with the exterior budget and all that. It's very basic. It's just like a one bedroom kind of starter home. But yeah. Right now, I am working on the bathroom, kind of figuring out my budget here. My budget wasn't too high for this room. I kind of just keep it with the basics. This isn't a limited pack build. I kind of use whatever I'm feeling like using. I don't have every pack in the game because that'd be way too expensive to get. But I do have quite a few. I have like Horse Ranch, Island Living, I have cats and dogs, or pets, whatever it's called for Sims 4. I have Seasons, I have Get to Work, Cottage Living. I have quite a few, expansion packs. And I'm trying to think. I think I have, a couple of kits when they were, free. Like First Pet stuff. I'm blanking on what the plant one is. I have Tiny Living. That was the one pack I actually did buy. Or the kit. Yeah, kit, I think. The only kit I have actually purchased and didn't get for free. I have Desert Luxe kit, too. I don't know. I have a few kits. I don't have everything, though. But yeah, that's beside the point. I'm using whatever I want in this build. But right now, I'm just kind of finishing up the bathroom. The budget wasn't huge for this room. I displayed it at the beginning. But yeah, it's a pretty standard bathroom. The hardest part that I had with this build was really just kind of cluttering things up. I didn't realize how little I cluttered my rooms before, I guess. I've been trying to work on that just because it obviously makes the rooms a bit more realistic and interesting. So just been kind of trying to do that. And this was kind of a fun challenge to kind of ease into that a little bit unintentionally. But yeah, I got to use a lot of stuff I don't typically use in my builds, just because I really do build a lot of base game builds just because I like the challenge of it, but that's beside the point. Yeah, it was nice getting to use things that I usually don't really use or kind of cluttered the rooms up a bit more, but that was nice. I'm now moving on to the office. I think I use a Dream Home Decorator, desk for this. I really like those, all of the furniture from that pack, obviously, because it's the decorating, interior decorating stuff, so it's really nice to use. But I use that in a lot of my builds when I'm not building for YouTube. But yeah, I use that one. I use the cheaper computer just because I didn't want to blow the whole budget on the computer. I added that cats and dogs calendar because I absolutely love that. I use that in all of my builds when I'm not limiting packs and things like that. But yeah, I did that. Then I chose this flooring just because I was a little worried about the budget for the other rooms, and I wanted to make sure it was something that I could afford and make sure everything looks kind of, unison and put together. I also added a few skill building items, like the easel and the guitar, just because you'll need them when you're playing the game, and I think that is just nice to have. I go in with the move objects cheat in a second and place all the stuff on the desk over there. Don't worry. Yeah, there we go. But I do that and then just kind of clutter up this room just because I have a lot left on the budget. You don't realize how much you can fit into a room until you do a challenge like this. Because, typically I'm oh, okay, I can put a few things on the desk. That looks fine. But, having to actually, challenge yourself and fill out the rooms to, the certain extent was kind of fun and interesting to do. just because I don't typically clutter my rooms as much as this. But I think this build turns out pretty well in the end. It looks a lot more real and like lived in than my typical builds. So gonna challenge myself to do this more often because it really does make the builds look better. But it also makes them a lot more expensive. And I try to be conscious of how much the lots are. But for this challenge, that really wasn't the goal. It was just to build the rooms and make sure they looked good on the budget I had. So yeah, I kind of went in and put in some different plants and things like that, but I think I ended up taking that plant off the wall and put a bookcase there just because that's a bit more useful than the plant, even though I really like that plant. Didn't end up using it there. I wanted to use that like hanging lamp plant, but it didn't fit well in this room. I think I use it in the living room or somewhere. I use it somewhere in this build because I really like it and I never have a chance to really use it. So it gets added at some point or another. Another thing I'd like to add is some of the rooms I won't use the entire budget, but I try to get under $100 because I feel like that's fair, especially when I'm not using debug or anything. Like, I feel like getting it to under $100 is like fair enough because sometimes you just can't find items that will work for that room or look good. But I just wanted to preface that before we get too far into the video. As you can see right now, I'm kind of trying to put those like string lights up. I wanted to use those in this room because I think it kind of goes with it, but none of the ones I have just looked right, and I don't think I end up using those at all. I think I just use the above light and call it in a day. But this is about it for this room. I don't add a whole ton more. I don't even think I add that. I think I add boxes just to clutter it up a little bit more. I add books on top of that. But I don't know. I think this room turned out pretty well. It's very blue, or turquoise, I guess. But I think it turns out pretty decent. But anyway, today is the day that The Sims released a base game update. I think we got a bunch of new clothing items for the base game, which is really exciting. It looked like it was a lot for like the feminine frame Sims, which is kind of fun. Don't know if masculine frames got a whole ton, but at least from the videos I've seen and reading through the notes, but that's neat. We also got a brand new kitchen set, which is awesome because the base game is really lacking in terms of that. So I'm really excited to get to use that. I might do a build with just base game using the new items here soon, but yeah, I'm excited to go in and see all that. I also saw that there was a new tile for the tiled flooring, which was super cute, like really realistic and like something that you would see in a lot of houses, like today, like modern houses. And then like the subway tile, it's not like that super thick one that we have right now, but it's like a newer one, and I just really like the look of it. And it looked like it came in quite a few colors for both of those, so I'm really excited to use those when the time comes. But yeah. Right now, I'm building the kitchen in this build. I originally had the Dream Home Decorator kit, cabinets and counters, but I was trying to be conscious of my budget, and I didn't want to blow it all on that, even though those aren't super expensive, but just I thought I could do a lot more if I used the base game ones. I stuck with these appliances to begin with, just so I could build out the room. I think at the end I kind of go in and replace them with like slightly better ones just because I need to spend the money somehow, and I feel like that's a good use of money. But yeah, I ended up using the Dream Home Decorator stovetop and oven, but not in the end. I swapped them out. I also thought about switching the layout of this room, but it did not look the way I wanted it to. So completely go back and change that. That table and chair set is from Horse Ranch. I really, really like that. Like, that's like probably one of my favorite things that came from that pack, just because I feel like that's like something you would see in a lot of homes. Like, it's very, very just like normal, for lack of a better word. But I use that one all the time, and I really like it. So yeah. Back to the base game update. I think there's also like a limited time event too with like the 25-year anniversary thing going on right now. I think like they had like the like surprise birthday cake thing. There's like different like telephones and things, like the one like old school ones that you can add. I think they're only like decorations though, but still that's kind of like fun, especially with the re-release of The Sims 1 and 2. I'm a Mac user, so unfortunately won't get to play those. Even though I grew up playing The Sims 2, and I absolutely love that game. It's a little crude if you look back on it, but it definitely has that nostalgia factor for me. That and The Sims 3 were my bread and butter when I was younger, and I really enjoyed playing those, and that's why I'm addicted to playing The Sims now, like 10 or 15 years later. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm finishing out this room. I go with that flooring I used in the office, same as that one, just so everything's all uniform. I had a hard time picking the backsplash for the kitchen. I was originally going to go in with that blue and grayish black tile, but it just wasn't looking right. So I think I ended up going with like just that white tile that I just put up, and it looks a lot more just, normal and not so loud. I didn't want it to be a little too crazy. So end up doing that. Then I put this rug in, kind of finish out the room. Then I use move objects to place all these, the classic paper towels and all that stuff. I use the same things every single time, but every house kind of has the same things, so everyone uses the same stuff, I feel like. But yeah, I also added a microwave in this house, which I usually don't. So these people were real spoiled thanks to the budget I had to work with. But yeah, I go in, I think, with a Seasons light for the above the kitchen. Then I go with the 3 small base game lights for above the actual kitchen area, like the cooking area. Then I was originally going to put like a table over here, but that was way too tight of a space, especially if I wanted to keep the trash can, and that plant did not look right. Even though I really like that table from Cottage Living, and it looks cute, but just not for that spot. It just did not look right. So I ended up scrapping that, even though I put like a bunch of stuff on it. So I think I just leave that area blank for the time being. I think I put aprons somewhere, maybe over there, I think. I don't know. Then I had the miraculous idea of adding a child to this build, just because I needed to spend money. So I added a high chair. I was going to add a toy chest or something, but that just didn't fit into the kitchen, because why would it? But yeah. Now I'm going in and adding the upgraded appliances just so I can spend the rest of my budget. I didn't go in with anything too fancy, but I still upgraded them from what they were. But that kind of rounds out this room for the most part. I don't really add anything else. Maybe that rug. That's about the extent of it. I love using that rug in every build. But that finishes that room. Now I am heading to the front of the house and doing the primary bedroom. I think I use a bed from Cats and Dogs, and I use a swatch I don't typically use. I think I swap out that bed. But yeah, it was nice kind of using something I don't really use all that often. Or is it from Seasons? I think it's from Seasons. Anyway, I use that bed. I don't use this one a whole ton, especially in that swatch, just because, I don't know, I don't usually use blue in a whole ton of things. I'm kind of more neutral or going super loud, and blue's not usually the color I go with. But it's The Sims, and everything's blue. So, yeah, did that. This room, this one has a crap ton of clutter in it, just because the budget was so large. I add that TV, and then I add the dresser as like kind of like a nightstand thing, or whatever you want to call it, in front of the bed. Then I add some side tables, and then I add the crib over there. I feel like this could work for either a baby or an infant, or a toddler, whatever you're working with for that game. But build out that area for them. I just use the base game crib, and then I think that rug is from the base game as well. But build out that area for the kid. I add in the gaming console, and then a couple of plants. I think books, like always. I add like the baby, or like infant, like, I don't know, baskets of stuff in there as well, just because I feel like they would definitely have that in there if they have a young kid. But I added those in. Nothing too crazy in here. I have that mirror in the corner just because you need one if you're gonna, like, update your appearance or whatever. I then move over to the baby area again. I forgot to put a toilet in the bathroom because I wasn't sure if I was going to be having a kid in this build or not. But the toilet's in here. You can move that if you're going to use this house in your game or whatever. But it's in here for the time being. And honestly, it's probably better in here because the bathroom's a little tight in terms of just width and everything. But I'm just adding in some clutter and kind of building out the room. I added these curtains just because they're easy and they go with basically everything. Didn't want to use, and also a lot of the pack curtains just don't fit that window width. That kind of drives me nuts, but that's fine. The pack ones are better for like the wider windows. Like, I don't know, like the Dream Home Decorator one or like Horse Ranch has like a lot of good, has that one nice curtain set, or even Seasons. They're a lot. They don't fit the smaller windows, but they're great for the bigger ones. So if you're doing that. But right now you're just watching me struggle with the move objects cheat and getting things to fit. Don't know what I was thinking here. That was not going to fit if I wasn't going to move the lamp. Don't know why I didn't move the lamp, but I think I was building this pretty late at night, so that's probably why. Brain was fried from work, so y'all know how it is if you have a job. But yeah, added some more clutter over there. Added that little basket of stuff and everything. Anyway, let's move over to the topic of the 25th anniversary yet again. I'm kind of excited for the live stream just because I'm curious what they're going to announce. And like the celebrities they chose to have on the stream are very interesting. I think Doja Cat will be interesting or like entertaining and all that just because that's how she is. But I'm curious what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to have her play The Sims or what. I think Lotto's also on. And then Trixie and Katya, we love them. Shout out the Bald and Beautiful podcast. Absolutely love them. I listen to it every week, or every week they post. But I think they post every week. I don't know. I probably just shade them for like no reason, but I listen to them all the time, and I really enjoy Trixie and Katya. I think they're hilarious and really talented. I love them on Drag Race. I really enjoyed both of them. Even first season Trixie. I thought, like, I'm from the Midwest. She's from Wisconsin. I don't know. I just liked her. I really liked Katya too, just because she's kind of kooky and like has like the dark vibe with a lot of her outfits, and I don't know. I just really love that. Kind of like Lady Gaga-esque with a lot of her looks. Same with them on All Stars. I love both of them on there. I thought Katya should have won All Stars, but Alaska winning that season was fine. I like Alaska too. She's talented. I'm not gonna act like she's not. But, yeah. And then Trixie, that season was just great. There was a ton of talented queens on that season. We got Ben de la Creme, dipping after kicking everyone's ass. That was just nice to watch. But Shangela, Trixie, everybody, that was a great season. If you haven't noticed by now, just from me rambling, I love Drag Race. I haven't watched the newest season, though, just because I don't have access to it. I think it's on Amazon. You can buy it for like $20, but I'm not paying $20 to watch it. I'm just gonna wait. I've been watching like the little clips that were I think just the RuPaul channel post on YouTube, and I'm kind of keeping up, but haven't watched the full episodes because it's not on Paramount Plus, and I have that. So if they put it on there, I'll watch it. But if not, I'm just gonna have to wait. But yeah. Aside from Drag Race, let's move back to the build. Right now I'm in the living room. I put the budget in for that in the corner. You saw me put it in. But right now I'm just building out that space. I use the Dream Home Decorator, like, built-in, like, shelving and bookcase in this area. I really like that. That is such a great just bit for the game. I love using that. The colors might not be my favorite sometimes just because they're very light or like very restrictive because they don't match a lot of the other packs colors. But it looks good. and I put the TV over there. I think I put in the gaming console from the winter event that I'm blanking on the name of, but I put that over there. And then these chairs, I believe, are from Seasons. This is a swatch I don't typically use. That orange, white, and blue isn't ugly per se, but just not really my vibe. But I think it works for this room, and I'm going to try something different just because I have a tendency to use the same stuff over and over. And I feel like every Sims person, anyone who builds in The Sims, has the same issue as me, where you have your favorite things and use it in every build. But I don't know. I wanted to branch out a little bit when I was building this, and I wanted to try and use things I didn't typically use. Like I said, I build a lot with the base game just because I like the challenge of it, but it's nice to actually get to use the stuff from the packs that I purchased. So, did that. As you can see here, I am adding clutter. I had that gaming system. I had the stack of CDs. I think I had like a bunch of other random stuff to the shelves. Nothing crazy. I had that little like toy basket because they have a kid here. Nothing. I don't think I really add anything too extravagant over here. Side note, with the decorations, like the sculptures, I can never tell what will fit into the shelves and what won't, or like what things I'll have to use like the 9 key to place and everything. Yeah, that's kind of annoying because like some things look like they'd fit, but like they don't. And then like the baby Yoda, it lets you place it there, but he's too big for the area, so you have to shrink him down. I don't know, but that always kind of bugs me. But I eventually figure it out and I get everything placed. But yeah, right now I'm trying to pick the wallpaper. I was gonna do kind of a fancy thing for some reason, just branching out, like I said. But I think I just end up going with like a light blue, fancy-ish wallpaper with like the stuff around. I'm blanking on the word around, but I do that. Then I go in with like this lamp, or what is that from? Is that from like the Desert Lux kit? I've never used that before in my life, but I chose to use it in here. Then I go in with the plant over here, the little plant wall thing, which I haven't used that in any build either. But used it today. But yeah. A new thing I have been doing, it's not new. It's just me. Just a new thing to me. Been adding the bonsai little tree over there just for a skill building object. I always forget that it's a skill building thing. I always see people add it to their builds and I'm like, man, why are they putting that giant bush looking thing over there? But no, it's a skill building item. So I add that in, and I've been adding it lately just because, I don't know, I need to add more plants to my builds. I'm like, okay, this like random flower, they'll do fine. But I add that in, and that's that. Right now I'm just kind of filling out that bookshelf, just with random stuff. Starting to run out of my budget. I'm down to like 1,800 or 1,600. Nothing, not a huge amount of money, but enough that I'm running out of things to put in here. I sized down that expensive painting, or it wasn't even that expensive, it was only like 300. But I had a couple other ones, like this little tiny one that's a little bit more expensive. Size it down just so it fits. Just keep adding different wall decor. I really, really like that, like, banner, or like woven banner thing from Horse Ranch. I think that's really cute. It looks like something you would see, like, where I'm from, just like on somebody's wall, like just something like, I don't know, like those, like a lot of people around where I live, they do like farm related activities, and it looks like something they'd have in their house or their shop or something, I don't know, that seems like something that would happen. But anyway, I really like those, and I like all the designs that come with it, and I don't know. But yeah, this kind of rounds out this room. There's not much more to it. I just add the little, like, blossom flower to it, and that's about it. I now move to the hallway. I initially forgot to get a budget for this, so I had to go back and get a new budget for it. So at the beginning, if you see, like, a cut when I'm doing the numbers, that's why. I kind of forgot about the hallway when I was doing it, but It's fine. I went back and got it. I think it was like $5,000 or something, which is a lot for a hallway, especially when you don't want it to be like too obnoxious or like too grand of like a area. But yeah, I added just, basic entryway type stuff. I put like a crap ton of shoes, put the coat racks, I put the welcome mat. That was a great addition to the base game. That mat, I use that all the time. That's so cute. That looks like something you would get from like Target or like Menards or something, or like like something like that. I feel like you could definitely just be like, okay, and go and get it. It's just it looks very common and very just like normal, which is like, that's all you want. You just want something that looks real for The Sims, at least for me. But yeah. Then I added these bills. I think these are from City Living. That's another pack I have. I forgot about that one. Maybe I can do an apartment build. I haven't done that in forever. Maybe I should do that. Comment down below if you made it this far in the video and think I should do that. But that's about it. I add a couple more like toys and things into this room. I think I add a rug under that table over there. But yeah, I clutter up this room a bit more. I think I add a toy box in a couple of seconds here, just because the kid didn't have a toy box, and I feel like he or she, they, whatever, they need their toys over here. But add that in. I added this I think that was from Get to Work, that board. I don't know. I thought that looks fine there. I don't know. Nothing. It's just filling up the room. I had a very large budget. I just was kind of placing things that did that. I had those plants too. What pack is that from? I'm blanking on it, but I use like a crap ton of plants from that in this build. So if you don't have that, you might not have plants. You download this, but what is it? Perfect or like something garden stuff? I'm really blanking on the name. I'm terrible with the names. It's like I love all the content I got from it, but I'm kind of blanking from the names. I've also just had kind of a long day, just being bored at work. I work in marketing, and it's a lot of the same thing every single day. And it was kind of driving me insane today because I was just getting bored. But alas, I'm stuck in it. But anyway, I put these paintings up just to spend the rest of the budget. I like that dog, like the dog's playing poker game. I think that's funny. But that kind of wraps up that. And I'm going to show you the build now. Here is the final build. Here's the outside. I didn't really show you guys at the beginning. It's very, it's a house and a shell. So this is what I built to begin with. It's very I feel like it looks like something you'd see in just Newcrest or like whatever. But there's that. I didn't have a budget for the exterior. I just kind of put some bushes and trees and called it a day. But, oops. Here is the front. Got a chess table. Got the chairs over there. If you go in the front over here, we got the hallway. Got that cluttered table over there. Got the shoes. The pictures and everything. Nothing too fancy. Then if you go over to the left, got the living room. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's a little cluttered, but like I feel like it's like realistically cluttered. Not too bad. I think I probably could have cluttered the shelves a little more up top, but that's fine. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Got the bonsai tree or whatever. And if we go across the hall, we've got the primary bedroom. I think the end of my build for this cut out because my screen recording on my laptop decided to end and I didn't notice. But I did stay within the budget. It's fine. Yeah, this is it. I put in a couple of those like City Living banners. I put like kind of like the cute like hot air balloons, trees, like the like measuring height, whatever. And then I put like a guitar in here because I'm like, maybe they have like that hobby. And then I put a fan. I put the hanging plant. Put that in here. I really like that. I wish it would fit better in a lot of builds, but it's fine. Did that. And that's this room. Yeah, I think this turned out pretty cute. Then over here we've got the kitchen. Pretty standard. Use base game counters and cabinets. Same with the stove and fridge, everything. Got all that over there. Yeah, like this whiteboard and corkboard over here. Got the banners, like wooden pictures. Then we got this horse ranch table. We got the plates on the wall. Very old school. Got the high chair. I think this is from, what is this from? I think that's Get Together, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, there's that. Then we've got the bathroom. Pretty standard. It's a bathroom. Got the laundry basket. Got towels. You got the robe, trash can. Pretty standard. Nothing crazy. And then over here is the office. I think this might be my favorite room just because it looks like something I would have. Got that cute banner I was talking about. Got the calendar I like. These leaf photos. You got the easel. You got the paint. Then we got the guitar over here. But yeah, that kind of rounds out this build. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Feel free to comment below, and I'll probably reply back if it's nice. But if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to download this lot, my gallery ID is thethreatofjoy. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!